Zahid Saab. Thank you so much for taking out the time and thank you so much for being here. So I'm going to start quickly by asking you the questions. Can you please explain the situation in KPK right now? And can you please tell us what life looks like right now for families who have been impacted by floods in KPK?
Exactly. The devastating floods have badly impacted two areas in KPK right now. The one is Buner, the other is Swat. Swat has a long history of being affected by floods, but Buner this time is the very first time that it has shown some devastating flood effects over there. Mainly as the toll of deaths right now over here is almost, it has crossed, it's about nearly 400 as per PDMA fresh reports I'm having. 393 people are dead due to these floods. Overall, these areas, mainly Buner, which is mostly affected right now, यहाँ पर जो है इस वक्त हमें जो ज़्यादातर असरात जो है वो घरों पे है और बाज़ारों पे है. लेकिन इन जो स्वात और बुनेर दो एरियाज़ है, इन जनरली if we give it a bird eye view, तो Swat has financial damages, while Buner is suffering from human losses at the moment. So these two areas have been mostly impacted right now. But the people over there, if I talk of their mind, their impact on their psychological impact, this thing is very shocking that these floods have put a huge psychological impact on the people. Whenever we get interacted with them, we get an idea that these people still can't believe what happened. राइट तो वहाँ पर जो है अभी भी उनको यकीन नहीं आ रहा कि हुआ क्या है. They are in shock and trauma. Right now, the government have also shaped up a psychological team consisting of different psychologists, and they're moving that team to those flood-hit areas in order to cater the people psychologically. तो यहाँ पर ये अब एक इशू आ रहा है कि लोगों के माइंड पर ये असर है. दूसरा जो 2022 के जो फ्लड्स थे हम लोगों ने कवर किए थे, वहाँ पर उस टाइम पे एक बात सामने ये आई थी कि जो फ्लड प्रॉन एरियाज़ है, जहाँ पे एक रिवायती तौर पे फ्लड्स आते हैं, those areas should be cleared from constructions and the buildings area, क्योंकि रेजिडेंशियल भी है और यहाँ पे कारोबार भी है, तो इनको हटाया जाए. अब 3 साल ऑलमोस्ट गुजर चुके हैं उस वक्त, तो वहाँ से वो तजावुज़ात नहीं हटाए जा चुके. वज़ीर आज़म ने कल अपने जो एक विज़िट था उसमें इस बात की दोबारा निशानदही की कि अभी तक द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, द गवर्नमेंट हैव फेल्ड टू क्लियर दोज एरियाज़, क्योंकि वहाँ पे उन एरियाज़ अब जो हिट हुई हैं, यहाँ अब हिस्ट्री है. अब जो है इनकी एक ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है कि हाँ ये दरिया, ये कैनल्स जो है ये आते हैं और ये यहाँ पे ये इन जगहों को हिट करते हैं. तो लेकिन शॉकिंगली एंड सरप्राइजिंगली जब 2022 में भी सैलाब आए थे तो यही फेडरल गवर्नमेंट थी, शहबाज शरीफ साहब वज़ीर आज़म थे, और उस वक्त भी एक लार्जर कैंपेन शुरू हुआ, तो उस पर भी कोई खामखा उस पर कोई हमें नताइज देखने को नहीं मिले. अब रिसेंटली जो स्वात का वाकया हुआ जहाँ पे 17 to 18 पीपल लॉस्ट देयर लाइफ, और कैमरा ने रिकॉर्ड किया वो लाइव मनाजिर जो कि बड़े शॉकिंग थे और अनफॉर्चुनेट थे, वहाँ पर भी ये चीज़ अब एक कैंपेन शुरू होने को मिली कि यार इसको अब हटाया जाए, इन तजावुज़ात को. बड़ा ऑपरेशन हुआ, बड़ा वावेला हुआ, लेकिन अभी तक वो तजावुज़ात वैसे ही है और उसके नताइज हमने देख लिए कि जिस तरह मिंगौरा में जो है पानी घरों में दाखिल हुआ. अब जो सिचुएशन है वहाँ के लोगों का, अब जो मेन इशू है, अपने घरों को नहीं जा सकते, क्योंकि अभी जो लोकल से हमारी बात हुई, कुछ लोकल जर्नलिस्ट भी थे वहाँ के, स्वात की और बुनेर के मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, तो अब 10-10 फुट, 8-8 फुट, 7-7 फुट मड है. ठीक है, अब उन घरों से मड निकालने के लिए हैवी मशीनरी दरकार है. अब वो हैवी मशीनरी जो है वो लगी हुई है, ये नहीं है कि रेस्क्यू की सर्विसेज या जितनी भी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विसेज है वहाँ पे काम नहीं कर रहे, वो अपनी फुल कैपेसिटी पे है, मगर जो नुकसानात हुए हैं इट इज़ बियॉन्ड देयर कैपेसिटी. तो इन चीज़ों को अब देखना, अब ये चीज़ें सामने आई है क्योंकि लोकल्स अब ये एक डिमांड कर रहे हैं जो फ्लड विक्टिम्स हैं कि हमें खुराक के इश्यूज़ नहीं हैं, दीगर इश्यूज़ नहीं हैं, हमें सिर्फ ये इश्यूज़ है कि हम जो बचे कुछ घर है या उसमें दाखिल हो सके. स्वात में मड है, लोगों के घरों में सॉइल है, जो इरोडेड सॉइल आया हुआ है, बुनेर में रॉक्स आए हैं और वो ऐसे रॉक्स है कि वो अब हैवी मशीनरी के लिए भी एक चैलेंज बन चुके हैं, क्योंकि अब वो हटाना वहां से एक डेफिनेटली इट्स अ वेरी बिग चैलेंज। जो रॉक्स हमने देखे, जो उसने अपने नीचे जो है चीजें दबा के रखी हुई है, तो ये सारी इश्यूज इस वक्त वहां पे दरपेश हैं। अभी गवर्नमेंट की जानिब से तो फंड्स भी रिलीज किए जा रहे हैं, चीजें भी है, लेकिन जो मेन इशू है अब वहां पे लोगों के जो बचे कुछ घर हैं या जो उनके घर थे जिन जगहों पर, सो दोज एरियाज आर मेंट टू बी क्लियर्ड एज सून एज पॉसिबल, ताकि रिहैबिलिटेशन का एक काम जो है वो शुरू हो सके। तो ये इस वक्त की वहाँ की सूरत हाल है। और जो पब्लिक है वो भी यही डिमांड कर रही है वहाँ की कि खुराक आ रहा है, लोग पड़ोसी दे रहे हैं या नेबरिंग जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स है वहाँ से लोग लेके आ रहे हैं, एनजीओज है वहाँ पर एक्टिवली काम कर रहे हैं, पब्लिक अपनी मदद आपके तहत भी यहाँ से लेके जा रहे हैं सामान। लेकिन जो मेन इशू है अब ज़रूरी है वो गवर्नमेंट नहीं करना है, हैवी मशीनरी, क्रेन्स हो गए, बुलडोजर्स हो गए, ठीक है, इस तरह की जो मशीनरी है तो वो गवर्नमेंट के पास है। और अब उसकी यूटिलाइजेशन जो है, अब क्योंकि आपको उसकी यूटिलाइजेशन के लिए जो है अब स्मार्ट यूटिलाइजेशन करनी होगी, क्योंकि चैलेंजेस काफ़ी ज़्यादा है वहाँ पर।
Thank you so much for this detailed analysis and for providing us the actual situation on the ground. So, from your analysis, I can conclude that Sawat and Bunair are the worst hit areas, right? Another question I have from you is that have you also personally witnessed any damage in these areas?
Yeah, if we talk of specifically Swat and of Buner, they are agriculture-based areas as well. Along with businesses, they are mainly Buner is strongly dependent upon agricultural activities, and their income solely are from the largest chunk of income is from agriculture activities. I'm having a report which was shared with me by the agriculture department. According to this report, Buner has the most impacted area in context to agriculture activities. Over 26,000 acres of agricultural land crops has been destroyed. The second area is of lower Swat, and this, according to this report, I'm holding right now. Two districts of Swat, Kabul and Barikot, two tehsils of Swat and Barikot and Kabul has been badly affected, and almost in Swat, 27,000 acres of crops have been destroyed. So at the moment, this agricultural damage has been impacted, and the effects of this damage will last for longer. We even spoke to the agriculture minister who visited the area, and after a thorough inspection, he concluded and he compiled that the damages are quite much more, and this is increasing as the survey is still going on regarding the agriculture damages solely. So a task force has been defined, has been initiated to fulfill the damages and to calculate them in order to start the rehabilitation process in terms of agriculture. In Swat, if I talk of Swat, Mingora is the area which was badly affected. The flash flood came from Margozar. Margozar is a center area between, it's a mountainous area and it's a bordering area, we can call it, between Buner and Swat. Now, the flash flood took place in Margozar area. Half of it split into Buner and the rest split into Swat, Mengora. So, Mengora is a business hub of Swat. And even billions of businesses being is being done over there in that area of various import and export. Different businesses are already situated over there. So I just spoke to a trader over there early this morning. I just tried to had a view of over there. He told me that the factories we had, the shops we had, the markets we had, it is filled with mud right now, and the products we had in our stores. So we don't have even a single product being left with us. So this is calculating now. The government hasn't calculated that what the actual business loss is in Swat, but still it is in billions. And the rehabilitation process, I believe, this removing of mud, rocks will take a month. As I witnessed the area, I can see, I just saw the damages and clearing the area, rehabilitating it, just clearing the mud and rock. This will take more than a month right now.
Absolutely. I think Pakistan was already facing an economic crisis. And with these 2025 floods, I think the economic crisis will definitely get deeper. And of course, like you said, it will take some time for the government to actually come up with an actual figure of the damages that we have faced. What we can do right now is just hope for the best. And, we hope that people over there also get support and help as soon as possible. Another question that I have from you is that what is it that people need the most right now? Is it food? Is it shelter? Is it medical supplies?
Mahin, one thing even I mentioned before, the people over there are not complaining about the food. They are not complaining about the medical assistance. The only thing they are complaining about is to boost up the rescue operations. Still there are people missing, and that has been psychologically the missing persons have really badly impacted the people over there. They are just demanding the government. Even I mentioned before, the government is over there acting with full capacity. Even the police resources have been engaged simultaneously. Police have even deployed their full capacity resources to boost up the rescue operations. But the people at the first, they are demanding to boost up the rescue operation and to finish it up as soon as possible. Afterwards, they are demanding that the area, the damages should be calculated, and per home or per even a singular person, the damages should be calculated, and the people must be compensated according to that. These two are the main demands. We even spoke to the NGOs working over there. I even spoke to the rescue different people working for rescue over there, being conducted, being involved in the operations. They told me that food is over here. It is coming in quite a handsome amount. Medical assistance has been given by the government. Even doctors from the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa main capital, Peshawar, has been teamed up over there, and they are still building the medical capacity over there. Government just early, even I spoke to the minister at Sham Ali regarding health. He even told us that government is building a capacity, medical capacity over there, and they have pipelined hospital as well, that is consistent hospital according to him, that consists of 150 beds. But overall, the flood water is causing diseases over there as well, and those diseases have badly impacted the people over there. Around according to the minister I spoke earlier, he told me that 150 health services emergencies have been served so far, and the diseases consist of diarrhea and several other waterborne diseases. Now, government is planning, especially the health sector is planning to cater that devastating bloodborne diseases even to not get much more in number. So therefore, challenges are being developed. With each day, different challenges are being emerged, and the overall view, if I talk about, is the government is struggling to cater those challenges, but somehow the capacity building, it is needed to build the rescue capacity, and government is overall thinking about that as well. Funds have been released to the flood hit areas, but still we need an intense rescue operation. In order, the people are over there demanding that in the first phase, finish up the rescue operation and then calculate the damages and rehabilitate us.
So we can conclude that the provincial government and the local administration are indeed responding, but of course they can do more capacity building. And the only gap that, I'm sure there are many gaps as well, but I think the main gap that you've highlighted is, and what people are demanding as well, is that the relief efforts should reach people in time, right? So this is the overall conclusion that you've given us. Thank you so much for that. My last question to you is that do you see any presence of government aid or NGOs on the ground? You've already spoken about the government aid coming in, and you've already spoken about the NGOs as well. But can you please tell us more about the presence of these organizations, of the government and the NGOs?
Exactly. I'll add this one as well over here at this moment. One of an NGO, one of a person called even me who's running an NGO, and he demanded me that if you can initiate or if you can get in contact with some administration to give us some space to establish medical relief camp over there. The NGOs are actively being conducting their services in those areas. But most importantly, as I spoke even earlier, that the reason is the medical facilities are being enough in number. Some NGOs are being into it, and they are very precisely and smartly working over it. The government even has deployed, has implemented, and has already engaged its all resources in terms of health and rescue operations. But overall, the machinery is needed at the moment. Now, NGOs I've seen very limited. A few might have these heavy machineries to remove the soil, mud out of the building, residential areas, markets, and exactly the rocks, mainly in Bunair. So, machinery is much more needed now. NGOs don't have, I don't see, we haven't witnessed any NGOs building up over there in terms of machinery, taking rescue services in terms of machinery, with heavy machinery. Because if we talk of Bonaire, it is a very far flung area. It is in between the rock mountains, and already the communication system over there has been badly damaged in terms of roads, bridges, and other communication, mobile signals, signals. So over there, challenges have been are much more intense. Now, NGOs are there. Government is actively conducting its rescue and other services, but the main thing is that a heavy machinery is needed right now to just clear the area and to the buildings that are already being submerged. So overall, NGOs are there, but government is also over there. But there is need of much more heavy machineries over there because the area that is of consisting of rock mountains, and it's a very far-flung area over there.
So I can conclude that basically we need more aid from both sides in terms of the heavy machinery, because that's something that you've mentioned again and again. And that's something that's going to actually take a lot of time as well. And until and unless that does not get solved, a lot of things will be at a standstill, because that's major issues that people in KPK are facing right now, right?
Yes, exactly. At day one, even we, as I spoke earlier, what we saw in 2022, the floods of 2022, things, it was intense, even though the areas that are followed after Swat is Charsadda and Mardan, Naushera. Whenever flood hit the Swat area, the effect of these floods do impact Charsadda, Mardan, Swat as well. But this time it didn't even impact it, though the water level was high as compared to 2022. But the damages here were very rarely reported, as the rescue services were almost they were ready to cater those damages. But since this 2025 flood that took place, the areas, the solely areas much were damaged were this Swat and Bunair. So, in terms of damages, government had to focus on few areas as compared to 2022 floodings, because it was across the province, and even the southern districts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa were badly devastated by the floods in 2022. But it is very surprisingly that this time the damages are more, but the area being hit are less in number as compared to 2022. So therefore, in my opinion, what I just saw, if I talk of generally the whole situation, government needs to engage, as the damage hit areas are lesser in number as compared to 2022. So, in my opinion, government must actively and more successfully should react to these damages.
I agree with you. And I think that this is something that we will face every year, because there's so many vulnerable regions and communities out there. And I think it's time that we take the situation very seriously, because
Mahin, one thing I just want to make it a mention over here.
yes,
This has become a routine now. It's been every year we are just witnessing floods or rains that are much more damaging. And this is solely because of the climate change.
Yeah.
In the northern areas consisting of Swat, Dir, Buner, deforestation has played its role, and now we are just witnessing its impact right now. In those areas, even previously, we have conducted stories, we have narrated stories regarding the climate change and its effect. But according to my research on those areas, people are unaware about the climate change, what possibly are the impact and how this climate change will damage them, will impact them. They are unaware of this. Now the government needs to play its role to in order to educate those people. They are mainly mostly those people, the areas are remote areas. They are very far from urban areas. Now therefore these people are the need is to educate those people regarding the climate change. Now it has become a global issue right now. Pakistan is witnessing a lot impact of climate change right now, mainly the northern areas. I just want to add up, yesterday I spoke to Director General Tourism. He told me the figure he shared with me are really something shocking. He just added that this year, even it is a peak season of tourism in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, they have witnessed 50% of decline in tourism. According to their workout, the reason for this decline is that people are having some horrific effects. Mentally, they are being scared or frightened of the devastating effect. Lastly, a few weeks ago, Gilgit-Baltistan bordering area, even Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Babu Sartop, we just witnessed the flash flooding over there. Still, bodies are missing. There are a couple of bodies that have not been even searched yet, and they are missing. So this is this thing is this climate change, and its devastating effect is even psychologically impacting the tourism sector over here. So Khyber Pakhtunkhwa growed a lot in tourism sector in the past 5 to 6 years, but climate change is acting as if is acting and damaging the tourism sector over there. We mentioned earlier, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is even facing terrorism issues, but in those areas, northern areas, several efforts being made, and those areas have been secured. Now, tourism in the past few years has flourished in those areas. People from abroad and local tourism have even boosted up, but it is more climate change is more dangerously impacting tourism as compared to it used to the terrorism did it. So overall, these areas are suffering economically as well, because the businesses was tourism and agricultural mainly. Now those two sectors are badly being impacted by the climate change and its effects.
I agree with you. Unfortunately, climate change has become a sad reality, especially in 2025.